Hello my friends and welcome back to Realms of Destiny. Last time we left off, we've been talking with some people in this village, this hamlet. Now we went from there to meet with their leader, the Baron. While being there, Angir tried his best to convince some of the Baron's people to join him. Unfortunately, without success. Nobody wanted to join us in our quest to hunt monsters. Unfortunately. The Baron did try to convince us to go to some faraway place, but we've politely omitted this topic. Even the dwarf poet that was residing there decided that it is not useful for him to join us. If only he knew what kind of adventures he will lose. Before leaving that hamlet, however, we did look through their stuff. Angir managed to put a small emerald in his pocket without anybody noticing. There was a nice long sword as well, but he left it. We then quickly and quietly left that place. Originally we planned to go straight north to another hamlet, but first we decided that we want to stop in some of those monasteries that we've seen during the night. After a short hike we managed to get there, but not before encountering more of those Spider-Man silk web. First building was quite empty. I was pretty scared, but Angir decidedly opened the second room and it was empty too. We knew that another building was not far away, and this one was not empty. We've met the peasant, a child, and even a prophet that seemed to have a connection with some deity. At least he said so. Tried our social skills to convince someone to join us again, with no luck, unfortunately. So we left this building as well and went to the third one. While noticing a small garden, we were hoping to find a dye there, but no luck again. We then spent a considerable amount of time sightseeing a big building which was filled with statues, mostly statues of men who were related to the history of this place, some past abbots, and some who were cursed by the deity the prophet said spoke to him. It was a bit dangerous there, even if it didn't look like that at first sight. After traversing through every floor of this building, we decided that it's time to leave this place and head straight to the hamlet. While traveling near to the river's shore, we've noticed some hippos that were submerged in water. Dangerous creatures that Angir and Mones, Minkot, didn't want to anger. The sun was high on the sky when Angir and Mones did reach another hamlet. And Angir was surprised. He was traveling without a map after all, but he didn't expect to come back to his hometown. After a short chit-chat with Dick, the leader of the place, they left once more. Even though Angir was thirsty, hungry and drowsy, he decided that they still needed to reach another hamlet that he knew was abandoned. In there they found a place to stay. He ate some of his meals that he still carried with him and drank the water that he had in his water skin, and then they went to sleep inside of a roofless house once more. The rest during the night was plentiful and they awakened as soon as the sun rose over the horizon. Kir decided that they will leave right there and then. He was still hungry and thirsty and didn't have anything to eat right there. On the road they've met a kestrel, small bird, but Angir was hungry and he decided that he will throw his arrow at this creature and try to hand it. It wasn't successful, so he came closer, started to bash the poor bird with his sword. And then the most unexpected thing happened. A swoosh from behind his back. Instinctive block. Mones started attacking him. It seems that she was really patiently waiting for a moment when Angir would be so far away from civilization that she might attack him easily. What were her motives? Angir didn't know, but it was scary. She was wielding a scimitar and a pike that he gave to her. However, there was no time to think. There was only time to block and attack. And block and attack again. They were dancing in a deadly dance of blows and blocks and dodges. Most of the time Angir didn't run straight to Mones when she dodged. He waited for a good moment to strike her. But every strike that landed on her skin was blocked, either by the steel mail shirt, sometimes by the gauntlets, and sometimes by a swift parry from her pike. Finally, a hard hit twisted Mones' elbow and caused her to drop her scimitar on the ground. And Angir started to believe that he has a chance to win this fight. He started to attacking with a new fury. When she jumped away to gain some space, he was throwing arrows from his backpack. But the result of this fight was still far from being determined. All it took was one wrong move, one lack of parry, and he would be dead. He was also very careful not to tire himself too much. He was careful and watching, searching for a weak spot. He did manage to hit her a few times in her right upper arm and right hand, where she still kept her copper pike, but none of the blows was strong enough to twist her arm like the left one. He knew that he was less experienced with weapons. His only chance was to decrease the distance between them. Do not allow her to use her pike efficiently. And so he did. He tried to grab her with his right upper arm. Time and time again she tried jumping and hitting him from every angle, but he was parrying with his shield very well. And finally the opportunity was there. He managed to grab her throat, wrap his arm around her, and started to strangle. She fought with all her strength, but it was not enough. A few moments later, she was lying there, unconscious. He was breathing rapidly through his nose and open mouth. A few more deep breaths, and he finally calmed himself down. A part of him wanted to end it quickly, to slide his sword right through her helmet. But as he looked at her, he thought she was his companion. She helped him a few times. He owed her that. He owed her to live, he thought. But could he? Could he allow someone who just tried to kill him to live? Those thoughts were racing through Angir's head as he looked at his unconscious companion, and he didn't know. And as he's standing there, I certainly hope that you like this new narration style, and you are as curious as I am to see what will happen. Until next time.